Hello, it's good to have you back for this 6 p.m. edition of VTV News. I'm Lening, and 15 minutes of current events are coming your way. The State Bank of Vietnam is to beef up banking restructuring efforts. And Little Hui University boosts collaboration with international universities to train students. Now, Vietnam's inflation rate is likely to rise again in the second half of this year, thus requiring tighter monetary control. This is forecast by HSBC Vietnam in its latest macroeconomic report. The report states that Vietnam's economy has gained significant achievements over the past year, with GDP rising to 6.7%, the highest recorded in the past 8 years. The inflation rate dropped to 0.6% last year. However, in the first and the second half of this year, the figure is forecast to rise to 3% and 5.1% respectively, due to stable global oil prices and rises in food prices. The HSBC expert also suggests that if inflation rises to forecasted levels, tighter monetary control should be implemented by the State Bank of Vietnam in the second half of this year. Now, towards the end of 2015, a series of credit institutions were revoked of their licenses and forced to close. The State Bank of Vietnam has announced that more banks will close in the coming time because the country should have only 15 to 20 banks. The following story explains.
Late last year, Viet Thai Bank and Rubber Financial Company had their licenses revoked and operation annulled. A total of 21 weak credit institutions have undergone such scrutiny.
Vietnam's bank restructuring efforts have achieved two targets. First, it has avoided the ruin of the commercial banking system, especially in late 2011 and early 2012, when it was in critical danger. Second, it has solved the liquidity issue, and 10 weak banks would merge into one through M&As and nationalization.
Economists have also pointed out that the restructuring of banks will affect interest groups, which will generate strong opposition.
People behind the banks have strong financial power and connections. Despite this, the restructuring of banks has continued officially.
The State Bank of Vietnam is determined in restructuring the country's banking system, and more banks will be forced to close or merge with others.
We should not waste time with weak banks. Bankruptcy laws and measures that the central bank has taken should continue. Such measures will accelerate the streamlining of the system.
In the context of global integration, the banking system cannot wait further. It must be solidified and operate according to international conventions and standards.
Now, Vietnamese enterprises took the lead in mergers and acquisitions, or M&A, in the domestic real estate sector in 2015. This is according to the Ho Chi Minh City Real Estate Association. The group also states that through M&As, real estate firms have played an important part in handling inventory and bad debts in the real estate market. Statistics show that there were nearly 1,200 large-scale real estate development projects in the city over the past year. Now, it can be seen that consumer goods from Thailand are quite favored by Vietnamese people thanks to their quality and reasonable prices. Now, with the ASEAN Economic Community being recently established, Vietnamese consumer goods will soon cope with fiercer competition from regional countries, including Thailand. So what can Vietnamese enterprises do to deal with the situation? The following report tells us more.
Chi Bao Fragrances Company joins the Made in Thailand Outlet 2016 fair as a partner of a Thai business in Vietnam. The company has been extracting and distributing fragrances and essential oils in Vietnam for 4 years using Thai technology. This cooperation has helped Chi Bao Company gain much experience in doing business from its Thai partner.
Our Thai partner had shared with us production and packaging techniques and given instructions on how to introduce the products to customers. The most impressive thing I've learned is their sincerity in dealing with customers.
Finding partners is the goal of most Thai enterprises attending Made in Thailand Outlet 2016 exhibition, which is joined by 120 Thai businesses in the fields of food and beverages, textiles, cosmetics, and so on. Thai enterprises are well known for their capacity in manufacturing industries, especially processing food and agricultural products. Moreover, Thai companies are very welcome to cooperate.
This is the first time I brought my products to Vietnam. I'm quite interested in Vietnamese market and I want to find Vietnamese partners. I want to invite them to visit my company in Thailand to explore cooperation potentials.
The first thing is the cooperation. This is very important because we have to accept that in ASEAN country we have very similar products. We could not compete with each other. We will not success if we compete with each other. But cooperation is the heart that we should join hands and go together in the world market.
Minister Councillor Pacharakoon also said Vietnam had great potentials in agricultural products, but still lacked a little bit technology. This has significantly affected the values of Vietnamese products. To improve this situation, Vietnamese enterprises should promote cooperation with foreign partners in the coming years.
In 2016, the two countries will celebrate 40 years of establishing diplomatic relations, and a lot of trade and investment promotion activities will be organized. This exhibition is the kickoff of those activities.
Thailand is now the largest trade partner of Vietnam among ASEAN countries. The ASEAN Economic Community, or AEC, established on December 31st, 2015, is expected to boost free flows of goods soon. Currently, Vietnam is suffering a trade deficit in doing business with Thailand. For the first 11 months of 2015, Vietnamese exports to Thailand reached $3 billion, while imports value stayed at $10.5 billion.
Exotic Vietnam is an intriguing blend of many charms. This land is where all manner of stunning landscapes await like a visual feast, rivaled only by the beauty of its people and their abundantly rich tradition and culture. Here is where you can relive the past in richest color or live it up in the bright lights of the big city. With so much more to offer, Vietnam is simply unforgettable.
You're tuning in to VTV News. Now, Hue University in recent years has boosted collaboration with international universities to train over 900 students. The school aims to further integrate internationally and improve its standings on the world stage. We find out how these efforts have benefited students in the following report.
This is a workshop on the elderly care under the supervision of a Japanese specialist at Hue University of Medicine and Pharmacy. This workshop provides Vietnamese students with both theoretical and practical knowledge about the field.
These techniques would have been very costly if learned in Japan. However, the course has been brought here, making study convenient and cheap.
Hue University is currently running 3 joint training programs with 10 international partners, including France, Australia, Italy, Japan, Austria, and China. Working with these academics at international standards improves students' communication skills in foreign languages. Moreover, it opens opportunities to embrace advanced knowledge.
I did the first 2 years of my course in Vietnam to save money and prepare myself with French education and language for the next 3 years in France. It proved to be very effective. We are planning to expand our joint projects with international partners. This means we need to consider new policies for credit transfers. This will allow our students to go abroad and foreign students to come here.
Not only do Hui University international partnerships contribute to stronger ties with renowned universities around the world, they also contribute to national effort toward global integration. Moreover, they give disadvantaged students important opportunities to receive a world-class education.
Now, thanks to its beautiful landscapes and various promotion campaigns, the central province of Guangdong remains one of the country's most attractive tourism hotspots. Now, this year, the province will implement 5 more campaigns at some of its signature destinations to continue to boost tourism. These campaigns will target not only domestic, but also international tourists, especially those from Western Europe and Japan. As of December 2015, the province had welcomed 3.85 million tourists, a rise of 4.6% compared with the same period in 2014. With these 5 new tourism campaigns, provincial authorities expect to significantly increase this figure this year. Now, with this beautiful tropical climate and pristine white sand beaches, Nha Trang Bay in the central province of Khánh Hòa has long been an attractive destination for millions of visitors. However, people are becoming concerned that the bay is losing its natural untouched look with the appearance of high-rise buildings along the coastlines.
At Punaga Tower, visitors once had a wide-open view of Nha Trang Beach and its beautiful islands. However, they can only see part of these now.
I wanted to capture Vinberland from afar, but I cannot. This high-rise building is blocking my view.
I think it kind of takes away from the view, that large structure there. It would definitely be better, I think, if it wasn't there, probably before it was built. I think that view would have been nicer then.
According to the government decision issued on September the 25th, 2012, on Nha Trang City's planning until 2025, buildings in Nha Trang's coastal urban area are allowed a maximum of 40 floors and a density of 40%. However, at present, 13 buildings in this area have more than 40 floors. Some of them have finished construction, some are being built, and some have just received investment permits.
I think these constructions do not take into account the need to channel air from the sea into the city. These buildings will damage the peace and value of Nha Trang Bay.
Recently, Khánh Hòa Province People's Committee requested investors of these buildings to adjust their designs to fewer than 40 floors. However, buildings that have begun operation cannot be undone. This is a lesson of the importance of constant law enforcement before any infringement is made.
Let's now check out what the weather is like for tomorrow. Thanks for taking 15 minutes for VTV News. Now, please check out vtv4.vn or youtube.com/vtv4go for more updates. Certainly hope that you will join us right here next time. See you soon.